keeping up with the New Year's resolution. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Good morning and happy hump day, everybody. Wow, there's actually a lot to unpack in this video that I barely know where to begin. So let's get to my low and my high, my act of kindness. Let's see. My low is that I was feeling really tired all day yesterday, even with my big old thing of coffee that I've been getting lately. My high is that we're in a heat wave right now. Seriously, it's actually quite interesting seeing how much snow has already melted after yesterday. If it keeps up literally by maybe it might even be early Friday morning, provided that I forgot what the weather's gonna be like, but we may not see any snow out there. I mean, I guess it all depends on how warm today wants to be. And my act of kindness. What is my act of kindness? I can't. Let's see, what did it? I mean, I know I held the door for somebody yesterday. I know I did that. Did I do anything else that was kind? I called my mom. I did that too. I would have done that anyway. I mean, I did technically do someone a favor yesterday too, but I'm trying to really not talk about what that is. Anyway, I should get on this because there is a lot to talk about. So, again, where do I even start with this? You saw the title of the video. If you've been watching Chuggaaconroy's Let's Play of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, then you should have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about. The question is, what am I going to talk about first? How about practically the first thing he did, which was that he caught Entei, which was already impressive. Don't get me wrong. With a fastball, or was it a quick ball? Shoot, I think it was a quick ball. Anyway, and if you don't know, if you've never played Gold or Silver, or the remakes, or Crystal for that matter, then you know that after you trigger the cutscene in the Burned Tower, and Raikou, Entei, and Suicune are let loose, Entei and Raikou become roaming legendaries. Basically, it's possible to encounter them sort of at random, and you could try attacking them, but they flee right away. Unless you're using, I think Arena Trap will keep them still. I know Mean Look or Shadow Tag will definitely keep them in. But the point is, unless you know of a way to keep them around, they run away automatically. So, there's that. And what started as him getting Entei has now been a relatively ongoing series trying to get Raikou, which I find kind of funny. Especially when he gets a little bit closer with Raikou with each passing video that he's actually tried to do it. I mean, there have been times he had no idea Raikou was even there. And because I said you can, they're sort of at random earlier. I said you can sort of find it random because it is possible to see where they are on the map, and you can plan things accordingly in terms of entering a town and then going back out of the town. So, yeah, that's why I say it's sort of at random. Although, another thing that's technically at random is the one thing that I don't think any of us ever expected Chuggaaconroy to do. I mean, granted, while I'm about to say you are able to do this, there is nothing stopping you from doing this. It's just I've personally never seen anyone do it. Like playing the game as normal or otherwise. Which is, after you beat Ecruteak City and get the fog badge, Johto technically becomes an open world. I mean, you can't go past Mahogany Town to head to Blackthorn City until you get 7 badges. However, after Ecruteak City, and actually, I remember the anime talking about this as well, you actually have 2 choices. You could head to Olivine City, in which Olivine City and Cianwood City are gyms. Well, technically Cianwood City is first, and then Olivine City is second in terms of getting your gym badges. Which, I mean, virtually everybody does, and that's what the anime followed. That's what I've always done, whether I played Crystal or either of the remakes. Your other option is you can go to Mahogany Town, which is what Chuggaaconroy did. I've never seen anyone do this. I mean, I know the option's there, and I mean, again, nothing is stopping you from heading to Mahogany Town right away after you beat the Ecruteak Gym. I've just never seen anybody do that. So, already it gives a brand new perspective on things. I mean, here's the thing. They level cap a lot of the trainers for a vast majority of the game until you actually head to Blackthorn City. Like, the end game for Gold, Silver, Crystal, and by extension Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the end game is brutal. Like, if I recall correctly, Chuggaaconroy's team should be approaching, I know they're in like the 30s. Their levels are, I mean. Which, speaking of team, I'll get to that in a second. But from your 7th badge on, the enemies start becoming stronger, which does make for a more interesting game, to be sure, but it's kind of a steep ramp up. I mean, again, I personally never had that problem because I'm a die-hard level grinder. So, what happens if you choose Mahogany Town first over going to Olivine City? Well, in the grand scheme of things, nothing. I mean, all the events, no matter what order you do, they still play out the way they're supposed to play out. You just do it in a different order. In this case, going to Mahogany Town, you then go to the Lake of Rage to catch the red Gyarados, which, I will be honest, I actually kind of thought Chuggaaconroy was going to have the red Gyarados on his team. I really did. I mean, granted, he still caught it, but it's not a member of his team. I mean, listen, if you don't know what it's basically red Gyarados is shiny. The plot line of the game is Team Rocket is using radio waves to radically control the evolution of Pokemon, specifically Magikarp and Gyarados. And Magikarp are red, Gyarados are blue, but because of these radio transmission waves affecting one particular Magikarp evolving, the Gyarados still remains red. Which, I mean, come on, the red Gyarados always looks cool. And as a Generation 4, Gyarados is a monster, no pun intended. So I can't be the only person who thought that Chuggaaconroy was going to have the red Gyarados on his team. I'm sure someone else thought that. But after that, you go to Mahogany Town to stop Team Rocket's plans. And then you go to the Mahogany Town gym. Which, okay. The reason why Chuggaaconroy picked Chikorita, and this was going to be this is literally what he said after the gym, was he was going to have, at this point, Meganium out on the field, because at the Mahogany Town gym, Meganium has a disadvantage. Set up a Reflect, and then stay out there for a while until long lasts, until he puts in someone like Teeny, the now Ambipom, which Apom evolved in Ambipom, or Agate the Golem. Yes! He finally evolved Graveler to Golem. Oh my god. Seriously, like, I checked, after I made my short yesterday, I checked to see how many people are actually alive. Like, glad to see I'm not the only one who thought that. That's cool. What was I? Alright, I was talking about for the Mahogany gym, he pretty much gets to the gym, but then he gets to Price, the gym leader. Now, the game counterparts for Price differed very heavily from the anime. I don't want to give spoilers away as to what that is, but Chuggaaconroy wound up using Meganium to sweep Price. Like, set up a Swords Dance, and actually it was 2 Swords Dance, and then go to town. Which was crazy. I couldn't believe he did that. I mean, literally this whole, in the last week, Chuggaaconroy several times has done things where I immediately got like gasped, like, oh my god. Like, remember how I mentioned he got the Entei earlier using, I want to say it was a Quick Ball, but for those of you who don't know how it works, in the old games, you know, a ball shakes 3 times and then clicks, you capture the Pokemon. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't click at all in the case of the roaming legendaries, if you're not careful. But Chuggaaconroy uses the Quick Ball on Entei, and it shakes once, I'm like, Shakes the second time, I'm like, Shakes the third time, I'm like, oh. And then it clicks, I'm like, oh! Oh my god! Like, I laughed so hard when I saw that. Because, yeah. I don't think anyone ever expected him to be able to do that. But, if you can get through Mahogany Town sweeping Price with your Meganium, what isn't possible, you know? So, yeah. Now Chuggaaconroy is at Olivine City, where he captured the Good Rod and his 4th team member, which was the topic of discussion in yesterday's video that he did. After you get the Good Rod, several Pokemon become open to you in terms of fishing. Specifically Shelter and Chinchou, which is the newest member of his team. Which, that is a line of Pokemon that doesn't get as much love as it ought to. I mean, Chinchou and its evolved form Lantern are water electric types that can therefore learn water and electric type moves. And Ice Beam. And Chuggaaconroy even said himself that with Chinchou, he now has a dedicated special, because in the remakes you can get the Thunderbolt TM and the Ice Beam TM relatively easily if you know how to do the Voltorb flip or whatever that is. So already his Chinchou knows Surf, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam. if he really wanted to be diabolical, he would add a range setup team member, and then teach Lantern Hydro Pump and Thunder, which they both get 100% accurate in rain. Yeah, Chuggaaconroy would never do that. I mean, competitively it's viable, but he wouldn't do it for single player. He can get to the game just fine using Surf, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam. Although trying to get the right nature Chin Chow was hilarious. Because he tried using the Abra Synchronize technique, which if you don't know, if a Pokemon with Synchronize has a nature that you like on it, you can set Abra to the front of your team, and the Pokemon you try and catch afterwards has a boosted chance of having the same nature as the Pokemon with Synchronize. The problem is for the first half of what Chuggaaconroy was trying to do, his Abra didn't have Synchronize. It had Inner Focus, which was hilarious, because in post he figured out that he messed up, but he didn't realize in the actual videos he was recording until later, which was great. Not to mention, getting Chinchou took egregiously more effort than getting Entei. Actually, getting the Red Gyarados took egregiously more effort than getting Entei also. So, yeah. It's great to see Chuggaaconroy back in All Line City. I can't wait to see how... Actually, Chinchou is now the newest member of his team, but also the only team member that's not even evolved yet. But Chinchou should evolve fairly soon. Off the top of my head, I forget when it does evolve. I think in like the 30s, maybe? I don't know, but again, Chuggaaconroy said so himself, the vast majority of his team will probably be dedicated physical attackers. With Chinchou, now he can do it all. Which, okay, things just got a lot more interesting. Although, yeah, seriously, Chuggaaconroy is easily going to sweep through. Like, Chuggaaconroy is going to be headed to the Cianwood City Gym next to fight Shock. And if Meganium could sweep through Price, it's easily going to sweep through Shock. I know it is. But let's wait and see what he does. I hope you like this video. If you like this guy on YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm very happy with this video for all you guys watching. Your video. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, chat, we're here to lend. Always be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.